Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Now today I'm going to show you what I consider the very best way to be able to use a VPN with various Docker containers on your Unraid server. Now in the past I've shown you Gluetun and other containers that include their own VPN client. Now yes, they work, but once you start adding more containers, you end up maintaining several different VPN clients, maybe adjusting ports, and dealing with containers that all share the same internal network. It can quickly become a bit messy and harder to troubleshoot. So in this video, I'm going to show you a much cleaner way to do it on Unraid using WireGuard. Now the WireGuard VPN manager is built directly into Unraid OS. But I kind of feel since Tailscale's been introduced into Unraid that many of us don't even consider using the WireGuard VPN manager for really doing anything at all. But if we don't use it, we're really missing out on some very useful features. And plus, by using this, it doesn't affect whether we use Tailscale or not. They'll both run perfectly well alongside of each other. And setting up a WireGuard VPN tunnel to use with our Docker containers is actually really easy. And you can set it up in just a few minutes. So how this will work is Unraid will run a single WireGuard tunnel to a commercial VPN endpoint. And then you simply attach any container you want to that tunnel from a drop-down in the Docker template. The container, it will keep its normal LAN IP, so its web interface works as usual, and only its outbound traffic goes through the VPN. So there's no need to modify the containers themselves. And this also solves a problem because many VPN providers actually limit how many endpoints you can connect at once. So with this method, you only need one WireGuard endpoint on the server, and multiple different containers can use it without affecting each other. It's far more efficient than running a VPN client inside every container, and much easier than using something like Gluetun and having to use container networking, sharing the same network stack amongst multiple containers. And also, you can create more than one WireGuard tunnel if you want to. For example, WG0 can point to one particular commercial VPN endpoint, and you could have WG1 pointing to a different one. And then you could choose whichever one you wanted to per container just using the drop-down. So it's really flexible, it's cleaner, and really easy to maintain. Oh yeah, and also, because the tunnel's handled by Unraid, if the VPN goes down, then that container that's using it can't send traffic out to the internet. So it's an automatic kill switch for anything routed through that WireGuard network. So for the demonstration in this video, I'm going to be using private internet access as my VPN provider. For this method, it works with any service that lets you download a WireGuard configuration. Now PIA, it does support WireGuard, but they only expose it through their desktop and mobile apps. Their online generator, it only produces openvpn profiles, which isn't useful when you want a standalone WireGuard config for Unraid. So I found that pretty frustrating, as I've used private internet access for many years now, and I've been very happy with them, and I know many other people in the Unraid community use it as well. So I put together a container that will actually generate a WireGuard config for private internet access, and it's called PIA WG config generator. So I'm going to install this, nothing to fill out on the template. Then we just need to open up the web UI. Basically, you just enter your PIA username and password, pick an endpoint, and it outputs a ready-to-use WireGuard config. Okay, so let's make a start and get the config file generated. So I'm going to grab my username here and paste it in and pop in my password. And so for endpoint, I'm going to choose the Netherlands. Then click on Generate Config to download the config file. So to use it, we go back to the Unraid server, click onto Settings here, and then VPN Manager. In the top right hand corner, we just click onto Import Tunnel. Then we choose the config file we just generated and click onto Open. That puts all of the details in. It's named it with the name of the endpoint. Now you'll notice here it says the tunnel is inactive. Well, that's because we need to turn the tunnel on. So let's do that now. Okay, so now we can see here it says that it's connected. We can see last handshake, and it's about 20 seconds ago now. Now remember, you don't have to use private internet access when you import the tunnel. Any WireGuard configuration from any VPN provider will work. But if you don't currently have a VPN provider and you want to actually sign up to private internet access, I'd really appreciate you using the link in the description of this video, which helps support the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. Now you'll notice here where it says peer type of access, by default it's set to VPN tunneled access for Docker. So that's created our custom Docker network using WG0 and our VPN endpoint. Now, one thing not to forget is we want this to automatically start up if we ever reboot the server. So make sure you set auto start onto on. Okay, so that's everything. Let's click done and now go and use this in a container. So let's start with this Firefox container here and connect this to our VPN Docker network. So this is super easy. All we need to do is change the network type here and choose the custom WG0 with the endpoint from the VPN. So that's it. All we need to do now is click on to apply and done. And you'll notice here that the IP address and port number of the container haven't changed. So we can still easily access it through the web UI. Here we are into Firefox. Let's do a search for what is my IP and check out what the IP address is. Okay, so perfect. It's all working correctly. We can see here the city is Amsterdam and there's our IP address ending in 62. And if we go back to the Unraid Docker tab here, we can see Firefox is connected to WG0, which is the WireGuard custom network. Now I don't need the PA config generator running at the moment, so I'm going to stop it. I think actually let's move it out of the way so it's not in the view of what we're actually working on. So let's look at this download container here, Deluge. We can see here it's using container networking going through Gluetun VPN. So currently these two containers are sharing the same network stack. They're sharing Glutun's network stack, and that's why we don't see any IP address or port numbers here under the Deluge settings. So we can totally simplify this now. It doesn't need to go through Gluetun anymore. In fact, I'm going to be deleting Gluetun later on. So let's edit this container and put it on the same VPN network. So let's change network type from container and put it on WG0. So that's it. Don't need to change anything else. And actually looking at the container now, we can see that it's got its own IP address on the LAN, and we can just open it up through the web UI. So now I'm going to download a Linux ISO. So I'm going to Linux Tracker here, and let's download Linux Mint 22 Cinnamon. So let's add this file now into the container and give it a little test, see how it does. Okay, so there we can see it's working. But now if you're like me, you might be wondering, is this definitely going through the tunnel? Well, let's have a look at the container and open up a console window. And to check that, I'm going to type curl ifconfig.io. And we can see here, there's the IP address. If you remember, it ended in 62. So definitely going through the tunnel, as expected. Okay, let's do another test here. Let's download Endeavour OS. Okay, so we can see it's downloading currently. So now let's go back across to the server and let's kill the tunnel. Now before we do, I always think it's quite nice that we can see how much data has come in through the tunnel. At the moment we can see 4 gigs has come through, but I'm going to actually disable the tunnel now. And now let's go back to the container and we can see here it is stuck on this download speed here. It looks like it's actually doing something, but it isn't because the time's not going down at all. What we're seeing here is the whole of the web UI is frozen and nothing's downloading. So let's double check. Let's go back to the Docker tab. Again, opening up a terminal window and running curl ifconfig.io, and it's just going to hang. It will time out. It's unable to resolve the host because there's actually no internet in this container at all. Now, if I was to actually restart the container as well, whilst the tunnel's actually down, and we try to access the web UI, nothing's going to happen because of the tunnel being down. But if we come back across here and start back up the tunnel, we can see here the data flowing through. So let's go back to the container now. If we go back to the server, now we'll be able to open the web UI. And we can see here it's finished downloading Endeavour OS. So it's always nice to know that all of your containers are protected. Okay, so that's all working now. So I'm not going to need Gluetun anymore, so I'm going to remove it. So what happens if you've got a container that has a VPN inside? Now you probably don't want to remove it and just reinstall it. So all you need to do is just click onto edit and basically just turn off the VPN part. So I'm turning off the built-in VPN inside the container. And again, I'm going to add it to WG0. And here we can see that SAB's on the same custom network here. So are there any containers you might not want to have on the VPN? So a container like Jellyfin or Plex, you probably wouldn't want to put it on the VPN. There's absolutely no need. And in some cases, it could actually stop incoming connections coming in, so you wouldn't be able to connect to it when you're away from home. but there may be other containers that you actually do want to have in the VPN, and if so, you can easily add them just by changing the network type. So then all of the containers that you want to have protected, you just add them to your WireGuard custom Docker network. Okay, last thing, I'm actually going to create another PIA WireGuard config, and this time let's put it somewhere in the US. Let's have US East, and go back to settings on Unraid, then VPN manager, and I'm going to import that other tunnel. Again, let's make it active and turn on auto start. Now sometimes you'll find when you go to make a tunnel active, it doesn't always connect straight away. Sometimes it can take a little while, and if so, just wait a little bit and it should connect. But if it doesn't, you can just remove the tunnel and try a different endpoint. But sometimes the endpoints, they get a bit congested and you might have to wait a moment for it to connect. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to go back to my containers here, and now this time I'm going to put Firefox, not on WG0 this time, but WG1, which is this different endpoint. And so now when we go to the web UI and check the IP address, here we are in Jersey City, New Jersey. Okay guys, so that pretty much wraps this video up. Now I really hope you found it useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like the video, share it with others, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to follow along with this video and you didn't have a VPN provider, then please sign up and use the link in the description below. Anyway guys, it's getting late here and it's time for me to go. But whatever you're up to for the rest of the day, I hope it's good, and I'll catch you in the next video.